My name is Daekyung Kim. I'm a sophomore at the University of Arizona, and my role here is an EMT, and I'm also the Officer of Continuous Quality Improvement. The main reason I decided to participate in the program is because this agency gives opportunities for undergrad students to get hands-on experiences with patients and really get personal with the fellow EMTs that are also certified in emergency medicine, as well as getting to know the campus. Serving the campus is a great privilege that students can have. I personally feel like it's the greatest privilege a student can have for the campus, and it's an amazing opportunity for everyone who's in the agency itself. Um, every single time I get on shift, I feel like something tremendous happens personally because not only even if it's not like a traumatic call or like a critical incident, we get calls all the time where we are called to college student who's maybe intoxicated or maybe going through an anxiety attack, and having that presence for our fellow undergrad students is something that is not very common on other campuses, and it's an amazing opportunity for us to do for other students as well. But if I had to like recall one instance, is that one student who might have been having suicide ideation while being intoxicated, was going through a very hard time. She was overdosing on her antidepressant meds. So it's like those times is really hard for us to hard for them to experience that alone. And I think being that presence and being there for them medically is also such an important aspect of this job as well. My future plan is to pursue an MD, and my top three specialties is neuro-ophthalmology, endocrine oncology, and emergency medicine. Yeah, I think the greatest trait that I bring to this agency is um, um, being ready to fail, and communicating that like being that presence where and communicating that someone should be able to they need to fail in order to succeed. I feel like a lot of people are kind of scared to fail at first, but when I first came to this agency, it was a lot of failing before I started succeeding and understanding what the concepts, emergency medicine, and what the actual patient care looks like. So I think understanding and communicating to other fellow EMTs that you have to be ready to fail is something that I bring to this agency. I think the number one trait I'll be looking for is knowing how to stay human in front of patients. We have to understand that care is not just science and giving diagnosis or giving treatment. Sometimes it's just about that presence and staying human when you're in front of patients. You're interacting with a human, not a robot or a tool or an instrument. So you have to understand that you have to continue to interact while staying calm and while staying medically professional while giving care to these patients. So that important aspect of.
Hi, my name is Cassie. I'm an EMT and the lead PIO officer at UAEMS. I decided to participate in UAMS because I really wanted a strong foundation in patient care before I went on to grad school and further careers. And I was also really looking for a way to get involved at the University of Arizona. Being an out-of-state student, it's kind of hard to meld in with everything. So I thought UAMS was a great opportunity for that. I think working as an EMT on a college campus has definitely taught me a lot of compassion, patience, and empathy. We're working with people in some of their most stressful situations, and being a student working with fellow students who may be having emergencies, I can really empathize with them and kind of get down to their level and try to comfort them and provide the best care I can to them during their emergencies. And so, yeah, it's really just helped me empathize with a lot of populations and understand what they're going through. And then as an out-of-state student, it's really, I'll be walking to class through a hallway or like a path through school and, recall events I've had there, calls we've had, and how we've helped people. And knowing the outcome of that, they got the help that they needed, the treatment they needed, the transport that they needed, knowing that I've helped someone there has really made me feel that I've improved the campus community. hearing back from students, clubs, other organizations on campus, they really let us know how much they appreciate the work that we do as EMTs on campus. And so it's really heard that we're making a difference in our community here. After I graduate, I plan to take a gap year before applying to PA school, where I hope to specialize in family medicine and gerontology. I think confidence and compassion are two things that a first responder needs to have while working on the job. Oftentimes, when you're going into a scene, everyone is looking at you for direction on what to do. If this is a bad situation, they're looking to you to be steady and calm. And so, if you're confident in your skills and your knowledge and your crew, I think it really helps level out the energy of the situation and helps keeps things calm and keeps things going well. And then compassionate, we're working with people who are having maybe the worst event of their lives, and being a compassionate individual who can feel for the person, empathize with them, and comfort them to the best of their abilities really makes all the difference in patient care. One instance to me that really sticks out, we had a call, we were dispatched to a seizure here on campus. When we got there, the patient was not oriented at all. They were very confused. They were postictal coming out of their seizure. And they were very upset. They didn't know what was going on, and they were scared. There wasn't much we could do for them at that point. They were waiting for their transport to arrive, but we could provide comfort. As I was the only female member on the crew, and so I kind of took it upon myself to kind of level with the patient there, ask her what she needed. Her hair was kind of messed up from she happened to fall when she had her seizure, so I helped her kind of fix her hair, calm her down. I talked to her, just kept re-explaining to her what had happened, where she was, and what was happening. We helped her talk to her mom, and seeing her come down from being completely unoriented, confused, and nearly terrified of what happened to her to kind of understanding I'm okay, I'm in the care of others who are going to take care of me and make sure I'm safe. Seeing that transition and seeing her, stop crying and really feel better about herself and what was going to happen next, really solidified that, this is what I do, is to make people feel safe and feel confident that they're going to be okay. My personal music taste, I like a lot of indie music, some indie rock, indie folk. So if I was to go to a Rockin for Heroes event, I'd definitely love to hear some of that. Some of my favorite bands I think would be great to hear are Hippocampus, Still Woozy, and Camp. I really love all those bands.
My people say like my music genre is very diverse, but if I say top two will be country and classical. I know they're like on the polar opposite sides, but I played classical music for 7 years and grew up with it, and I listen to it when I have to actually lock in on studying in the background. And country music I like to vibe to when I'm just driving or my friends are driving. So yeah.
Which classical composers do you like?
This is kind of like kind of classic, but I like Vivaldi the most. I played all of his seasons concertos like in my orchestra. So yeah.